So in this session, I think there are two parts. In the first part of the session, I will be talking about the burden of chikungunya, what is the problem of chikungunya, and what are the epidemiological determinants, what are the factors which drive the transmission of chikungunya, and then the transmission, how the chikungunya is getting transmitted. Okay, so these are some of the aspects we will go through in this presentation. So first, chikungunya is an alpha virus, which is belonging to the group called Togaviridae. So do you remember, like dengue comes under which? Dengue is a what type of virus? Can anyone tell? Because we discussed in the previous sessions.
Denver.
Dengue, yeah, dengue is spread by dengue virus. That is what? It's an arbovirus. Very good. Yeah, it comes under which group? Any idea? It comes under which group? Like Togaviridae. What is the group?
Flaviviridae.
Yeah.
Flaviviridae.
Very good. Very good. It is a flavivirus. What are the other flavivirus? You know. What are all the flaviviruses circulating in India or across the world? What are the flaviviruses? Any other, apart from dengue, any other example? Do you have any idea? Okay, Japanese encephalitis is a flavivirus. West Nile fever is a flavivirus. And then we have yellow fever. Yellow fever is also a flavivirus. So these are the three common flavivirus. But chikungunya is an alpha virus. It belongs to the group called Togaviridae. The chikungunya virus was first identified in 1952 in an African country, that is Tanzania. So they first recognized this chikungunya outbreak. In local language, in African local language, that means which bends up. That is chikungunya means it is going to bend up. Bends up means it is going to cause such severe pain and disability. So it is like bending your body. So that which bends up, that is a local language meaning for chikungunya. And it's transmitted by Aedes mosquitoes, very similar to dengue. So dengue and chikungunya both are. What are the other virus, common virus transmitted by Aedes apart from dengue, chikungunya? Any other important virus spread by Aedes virus, Aedes mosquito? Apart from dengue and chikungunya. So you have dengue and chikungunya that is spread by Aedes mosquitoes. What are the other types of virus? What are the other virus transmitted by Aedes mosquito? How Zika is transmitted? Zika is also transmitted by Aedes species of mosquito. Dengue, chikungunya, and Zika virus. I think when they found this first outbreak in 1952, the symptoms of dengue and chikungunya it looked very similar. So they had a problem in. They thought this is a dengue outbreak, but later when the patients are like blood samples were collected, virus isolated, it looked like a different virus because all the dengue tests were negative. But the symptoms were similar to dengue, but they tested for dengue. All the tests were negative. So then they thought that it must be some different virus. They also tested for malaria, which is common in Africa. Okay, that's how chikungunya was first recognized in southern Tanzania. It is likely to be confused with the dengue outbreak. That's how they first diagnosed. So coming to the life cycle, transmission cycle, like from one human to other human, the virus is spread through Aedes mosquito. Like a person who is having viremia can transmit through mosquito to the other people. The viremia will last for some 7 days, 7 to 10 days, maximum 7 days. Okay, if a person is having the virus, then the mosquito bites him. Then after ingesting the virus, the mosquito will start transmitting to the other humans only after 10 days. That is why this extrinsic incubation period is 10 days. So it gets transmitted from one human to the other human, and the extrinsic incubation period was 10 days. And from one human, after the virus enters into a human body, the incubation period is 3 days. So what is incubation period? Like the virus goes inside the body and the person develops the symptoms. So that period is called incubation period. So you can see that incubation period is 3 days. So after the incubation period, the person develops symptoms and goes through 3 stages. This is called acute stage, post-acute stage, and chronic stage. Acute stage is like 1 to 21 days is called acute stage, where the person will have viremia in the first 7 days. He or she can transmit the virus to other people. So after 21 days, 22 to 90 days, it's called post-acute stage, where they will have mostly like joint involvement. The acute stage, there will be fever. Fever will be the main symptom. In the post-acute stage, the joint involvement will be there. Joint, the edema of tissues, nerve problems, this can occur in the post-acute stage. And in the chronic stage, that is after 90 days, they can develop chronic joint problems, joint pains they can have. So these are the 3 stages. So if you have, can you hear me now? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yes, audible.
So in the chronic stage, that is after 90 days, they can have chronic joint problems. So this is the transmission cycle. And you can see the first report, how it was reported in 1952 to 53. This is the first publication reporting the new virus in Tanzania, chikungunya. Although it was first reported in 1952-53, then the virus was circulating in southern, in African countries. Like outbreaks were identified sporadically. But when it comes to Asia and India, like the virus the virus was first introduced in India in 1962. Like cities like Chennai, Kolkata, they were all worst affected in 1962. So then the virus continued to circulate. Outbreaks were reported in India 1962 to 1973. So during that period, chikungunya transmission was documented well in India. So the chikungunya outbreak, chikungunya is not new. In 1962 to 73, huge outbreaks occurred in India. In 1962 to 73. After 73, there was no virus circulation in India. But in many African and other countries, there were some local small-scale outbreaks that they continue to occur. But one major outbreak emerged in Kenya in 2004. So the chikungunya virus re-emerged in a big way in 2004. Then it spread to Indian Ocean islands like Papua New Guinea, all those countries, Indian Ocean islands. From Indian Ocean islands, then it came to India in 2006. How many of you have seen this outbreak, witnessed this outbreak, or investigated this outbreak in 2006? Any one of you, did you see any chikungunya case? Did you manage the outbreak of chikungunya in 2006? I think probably young people, they might not have seen the chikungunya outbreak in 2006. So 2006, it hit India, and within a year, it reported 10 lakh cases were reported in India. And then from India again, from 2011 to 14, it started spreading to other countries like Americas and European countries from 2011 to 2014. There are 4 genotypes in, like we have seen, there are 4 types of dengue virus. But whereas in chikungunya, there are 4 types of genotypes. This is called Asian, West African, East Central South Asian, and Indian Ocean language. So these are the 4 broad genotypes, and the ECSA was responsible for the 2006 outbreak. Like you can see that these are the areas most affected by chikungunya. So which are the countries most affected? Which part of the world is most affected in chikungunya? Can you see the map? Some of you, I think, can see the map and answer.
Southern part.
Southern hemisphere. Okay, which are the continents or
Sir, South Africa, sir.
African countries, southern sub-Saharan Africa, and
then south of India also.
Yeah, Southeast Asia. You can say Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some portion of the South America also.
Very good. I think we have seen dengue also. Dengue was also common in which countries? It is in Southeast Asia and South America and some parts of Africa. But Africa, when it comes to chikungunya, is very, like you can see, dominant. Like more countries are affected with chikungunya compared to dengue. Like in similar to chikungunya, dengue was also there in endemic in South America and Southeast Asia. So it's very clearly you can see previously it was showing the previous picture. It was showing which genotype was circulating in which countries. Okay. If you look at India, which genotype? It is ECSA. ECSA diverged from IOL. That was the one, like ECSA genotype and Asian lineage. So these are the two genotypes observed in India. Similarly, if you see the countries affected by chikungunya, it's also common in like South American, African, sub-Saharan African countries and Southeast Asia. But one important difference you can see is even European countries. There are some European countries reporting chikungunya. Which are the European countries? Can you see the Europe map and tell which are the countries reporting chikungunya? That is the difference between dengue and chickpea. There are some European countries, even you can see the color in America, North America also you can see. What are the two European countries? Any idea? Can you see the map and tell? European countries? Any idea?
I think it's France, Italy.
France. Are you saying France, Mr. Sanjay?
I think so, sir.
Very good. Thank you. Very, very good. It is France and Italy. France and Italy were, these were the two countries where the outbreaks were reported. Okay. This France and Italy also, it got imported from India. Italian, some tourists came to Kerala and from there it got transported, got imported to Italy and also France. Coming to the environmental like covariates or things like the suitability, you can see that it's mostly like dengue, it's urban, wherever the peri-urban areas, urban peri-urban areas. And then wherever the second picture tells us about the second map shows wherever the EDC is abundant and wherever there are more vegetations, okay, humidity, all these factors play a role, major role in the spread of chikungunya, very similar to dengue. There was like a group of researchers, they looked at the dengue data and presented the evidence consensus. This is called evidence consensus based on literature. They predicted wherever the environment is more suitable for chikungunya. So they have also like reported where the dengue, where chikungunya is. Like you can see the first picture of with India. So which are the states where the presence of chikungunya is complete? Where does Odisha stands? Okay.
Moderate.
Yeah, it is moderate. Very good. So do you agree with this? Is it the chikungunya is a big problem in in Odisha, or is it okay here and there cases are reported, or is it very common?
Rare cases, rare cases.
Yeah, rarely cases are reported. That's why they have graded as moderate. Whereas other states like South Indians, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, it's complete presence chikungunya. So the virus research diagnostic laboratory network from ICMR, they have also like tested samples from medical college hospitals, and they have detected clusters of chikungunya. You can see these clusters are also from states like Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan, Kerala. I think I can see even there was one cluster reported from Odisha. Which district is likely? I think they have, it's not the coastal, I think. I think there is a dot bordering with the Chhattisgarh. I don't know the name of the district. I think one cluster was reported during the period 2016 to 18 through the VRDL network. The VRDL group also described the seasonality of chikungunya when the cases are reported, and by age group and sex, region, by geographic region. But this is all cases tested from hospitals, medical college or tertiary care hospitals. When the chikungunya case peaks, which part of the year? Which part of the year chikungunya cases occur?
It is
October,
in the month of October, it is increasing, sir. So
October.
it might be the fourth sector, we can call that is the fourth quarter, sir, of the year.
Yeah, very good. It is very, was it similar to dengue, or is it similar to dengue, or is it different? Earlier, I have shown a picture for dengue in my previous class. Do you think is it similar or different?
Similar, sir.
Yeah,
It is
the transmission.
related to similar, sir.
Yeah, relatively it is similar. It's during the same period only, the chikungunya case also gets reported, particularly in the monsoon season, like September, October, November. By age group, I think there is not much difference, I think, across the age group, and sex-wise also no difference. And the region-wise, if you see among the reported cases, more cases were reported in northern region, and the next east, followed by southern region. Our National Institute of Epidemiology, we did one sero survey. Earlier, I have shown the sero survey findings for dengue. So the same samples we tested for chikungunya, and we estimated the seroprevalence. So where the seroprevalence of chikungunya is high? So the red color means there is more chikungunya, like more people are having antibodies for chikungunya. Where it is more?
In case of
India, sir.
Odisha, it is likely to be high in our Navarampur, might be some red color. It is found, sir. In Malkangiri also.
Yeah, in
Some
south,
part
no?
of Kalahandi also, yes, sir.
Like
In case of India, most of the south part is affected with chikungunya, the seroprevalence.
South, yeah. South as well as some parts of north also, no? Like you can see like in Uttar Pradesh and Delhi also.
Yes,
like
mid part of the north, sir.
Yeah. Like Delhi and parts of like Uttar Pradesh. Also like seroprevalence was high. I think it's because of mainly the. So we also looked at age-wise seroprevalence. Age-wise, what do you think as age increases, how is the seroprevalence trend? Is it increasing or decreasing?
Yes, as per the graph is concerned, it is declared that the cases is high in case of higher age groups, sir, as compared to the lower age group.
Yeah, as age increases, you can see that.
It may be due to the higher age group are more exposure to the.
Very good, very good. Because higher the age group, more the exposure. That's why more likely to be seropositive. As the age increases, Yeah, as the age increases, you can see the seroprevalence increases in 3 regions of India, except the eastern and northeastern region. Second picture, B is northeast and C is eastern region, C, except B and C. A is north region, and D and E
Yes.
is south and western region.
Right, sir.
So northeast,
So
east, yeah,
south and western region is more as compared to the other one, sir.
yeah, south and west is more. So we have also like estimated the seroprevalence by state. I think the Odisha is coming under the eastern region. We found like only 1% overall, only 2% of the samples were positive. We have tested 941 samples in Odisha and only 16 were positive. Only 2% we had antibodies. But whereas if you see the southern region, like South Indian states like Kerala, not Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, which state had the highest has the highest seroprevalence? Any idea? Which state has the highest seroprevalence?
Andhra Pradesh.
Andhra Pradesh, very good. Andhra Pradesh, and then followed by Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Maharashtra also it was high, like 37%. So it looks like the Delhi also it's very high, 35%. It's all consistent with like when the chikungunya earlier appeared in 2016, 2006.
Sir, one question is there,
Yeah.
whether the chikungunya is just like the transmission is just like that our dengue.
Yeah.
If it is so, whether it is more prevalent in urban areas or it is maybe
Yeah, we
it may be
found, I
different.
don't know whether I have that table here. I think in our study, we found that the seroprevalence of chikungunya was also like dengue more in the urban areas compared to rural areas.
Yes.
Yeah. Like when the first chikungunya outbreak in 2006 came, it was first reported in the state of Andhra Pradesh, then followed by Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Okay, in 2006 to 7, that's where the first outbreak reported. Andhra Pradesh followed by Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Whereas the Delhi outbreaks outbreaks in Delhi was reported after 2010, I think. I think even 2015, I think 14, 15 also, there were outbreaks reported in Delhi. So the virus from Africa, it came to like Kenya, it came to Indian Ocean Island, it came to India. Mainly it first came to the southern India. And from there it moved to northern parts of India, like Delhi, or western, like Rajasthan. But still eastern part of the region and northeast, we still find the seroprevalence is very low.